In the last lesson, we learned about what percent is. Now let us see what areas do we apply this percent. First is profit and loss. So when we calculate profit and loss in any business or in any trade, we use percentage. So this is the first application. Then we will also see markup. Markup means increase in price. Here also we use percentage. Then discount. Discount means when we are selling at a lower price. Markup means at a higher price. Discount means we are selling at a lower price. Then we will also see application of percentage in taxes, goods and service tax, and we will also see the use of percentage in giving tips, and finally we will see the usage of percentage in calculating interest. So all these are applications of percentage. Let us see usage of percentage in profit and loss. Now suppose I am seller of any goods or service. This is me, and I am selling some goods or some service to a buyer. So this is a buyer who is purchasing these goods or service from me. So when I am selling the goods or a service, I will have some cost price, and then I will mark up my price. I will try to sell these goods or service to the buyer at a profit. When the selling price, my selling price, SP stands for selling price. When my selling price is greater than my cost price, then I'll make a profit. But if my selling price is less than my cost price, that means I am selling the goods or the service at a lower price than my cost price, then I am making a loss. Okay. So normally when we calculate profit or when we mention profit or loss, we mention it in terms of percentage. And as we saw in earlier classes, that change in percentage, change is always calculated on the origin. So in this case, the origin is my cost price. Now I will give you an example. For example, let's see example 1 and example 2. In example 1, my cost price is rupees 200 and my selling price is 300 rupees. So my selling price is greater than my cost price. So I am making a profit. So selling price minus cost price, I am making a profit of rupees 100. Now if I have to mention this profit as a percentage, I will calculate this profit on the origin. Origin is my cost price, because initially I am purchasing something and then I am selling. So the origin is my cost price, therefore the profit will be calculated on my cost price. Now in this example, my profit is 100 rupees. Profit earned on origin, which is the cost price. Now if I have to mention profit as percentage, so what will I do? I will calculate this rupees 100 as a percentage on my cost price. So rupees 100 divided by my cost price, and since it is to be mentioned as percentage, I'll multiply it by 100, because percent means on 100, out of 100. So I am calculating out of 100. Rupees 100 is my profit on 200. So what will be my profit on 100? So 100 divided by 200 multiplied by 100. This 100 is for the percent, concept of percent, and this 100 is my profit. So don't get confused between these two numbers. So 100 divided by 200 multiplied by 100 is 100 divided by 2 is 50. So my profit is 50%. Now in case of, let's see example 2. In example 2, my selling price is 150, whereas my cost price was 200 rupees. That means I am selling at a loss. So then there will be a loss. So selling price minus cost price. Selling price is 150 minus 200. So my answer is negative 50. This negative shows that it is a loss. Now if I have to calculate loss as a percent, again I will calculate it on my cost price. My cost price is rupees 200. So 50 is my loss divided by 200. 50 out of 200 is my loss. But when I calculate loss percent, then 50 upon 200 multiplied by 100. Okay, like here we said 100 is my profit. So 100 upon 200 multiplied by 100. Here 50 is my loss. So 50 upon 200 multiplied by 100 gives me 25%. So in example 2, the loss of rupees 50 is 25% loss. That means that this is 25% of my cost price, whereas this profit 100 rupees is 50% of my cost price. So that means whenever we calculate profit or loss as percentage, we have to calculate it on my cost price, because that is the origin. Okay.